This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Friday, January 9th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Pennsylvania-based West Pharmaceutical Services, a producer of injectable drug products, says it plans to expand its contract manufacturing network and open a manufacturing facility this year in Greenfield. West expects to employ about 300 people by 2035 in manufacturing, quality, engineering, automation, and support functions. Economic development milestones in Northeast Indiana. Greater Fort Wayne, Inc. says it was involved in 17 projects that accounted for more than $120 million in new capital investment, including expansion or relocation projects by aircraft maker Bombardier, Ellison Bakery, and magnet wire maker Tretau Group. New job commitments surpassed more than 550, with $44 million in new annual payroll. Grace College has broken ground on the first capital projects being undertaken through the Catalyst Corridor Initiative, a planned 5-year transformation of the Warsaw-Winona Lake corridor that was spearheaded by a $27 million Lilly Endowment grant. The initiative's executive director is Emiko Kreklau.
We are very much on track with our original goals, and maybe in the case of a couple of projects, slightly ahead of our timeline. So we kind of launched one of the first capital projects this past summer, and that project will be completed next summer. That was our Gordon Health and Wellness Center renovation project, which is one of our health and wellness well-being projects here on our campus. And with that, there's a Center for Movement and Well-being.
From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. The Trump administration has announced Indiana as one of 2 new national drone test sites, a designation that could attract jobs and spending from the industry.
Senator Todd Young, who spearheaded the effort to land the site, applauded the move, saying it means the state, along with private companies, universities, and the military, will have the ability to fly drones in Indiana's airspace, which in turn will lead to more research and development, military exercises, more commercial development of drones, and ultimately more manufacturing of advanced drones in the state. Young and the entire Hoosier congressional delegation expressed support for a bid from the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and the Bloomington-based Applied Research Institute as the Federal Aviation Administration expands its unmanned aircraft system test site program. Oklahoma was chosen as the second new site, according to the FAA's website. Young said the site will also mean more training opportunities for the Indiana National Guard and other military who come here to train, plus spillover economic benefits to communities that host them, and high-paying jobs for Hoosiers. He said it will take about 6 months to establish the site's boundaries. It will be a wide swath encompassing Purdue University and Southern Indiana. Universities and military assets were emphasized in Indiana's application. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Vincennes-based Good Samaritan Hospital has appointed Adam Thacker as its new CEO, marking a leadership transition as the hospital enters its 118th year of service. Thacker becomes the 10th CEO in the hospital's history and succeeds longtime president and CEO Rob McClinn, who recently retired. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.